Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot, and happy Aquarius season. Happy new moon. We've just had your new moon, and as the time of I'm recording this, it's just after your new moon. We have, so this is your February reading. We have love, choice and trust coming through. So I feel like there's someone in the back of your mind here, and it may be that you've been thinking about them, wondering about them, and yeah, they've just been on your mind. And it's kind of like this person's in your life, but there's almost like a distance there, or you're not with them, right? It's like they're kind of, there's some sort of, it doesn't mean physically distant. For some of you it is, but it's like even when you're apart from them, you're thinking about them. And also there could be this sense that it's almost like you're looking in at the relationship between you and somebody else, almost like voyeuristic, like I'm quite detached and looking at what's going on for that person and what's going on for us in this relationship. So it doesn't have to be a partner or a love relationship in any way. It could just be a friend. It could be a sister, a brother, a mother, a father. It could be a neighbor. But there's someone here that's just whirling around in the back of your mind that you're carrying around with you in your everyday life. So just say you kind of walk out your door, you go to work, and you're thinking about other things, but that person's still there in your mind. And I'm trying to get like a sense of what this is, because it feels like I'm not with them, but I am with them. So it's like they're not, it feels like there is a distance or a detachment, but they're still there, like as such a presence in your life. So there's this particular relationship that I feel like is coming up for a reason, and we will have a look at this. This feels like somebody already existing in your life. It doesn't feel like a new relationship, but it feels like who's the person you're thinking of now when I'm saying this? The person that comes to mind is probably the person that this is. So let's see what's shifting and changing around this for you. Okay, so we have, how do I want to do this? I want to put these down. I think I want to put all three of them together. Actually, I want to put that down. It was a little bit like, it's a bit like, how does this all fit? How does this fit? How does this person fit in my world? Because there's always more than one person around. There's always like, it's not necessarily only the two of you. So it might be, a friend turns up, or a child's there, or someone else, another work friend turns up, or another sibling is there. It's not just the two of you. So you're really kind of aware that it's never just the two, or not that it's never, but within this relationship, other people exist within the dynamic that you have to kind of work out how everybody fits into this dynamic. So it feels very much like you are kind of really psychically connected to this person. So it might be even you have interesting telepathy between them, or you just know. You might get like dreams or messages around them, or you just have the sense that if you're feeling one way, you kind of sense that they might be feeling a different way. If something's going on for them and it's something totally, in a different time, a different place, they might not be exactly where you are physically, you will know. It's like this real sense of knowing between the two of you. Like, it doesn't mean that you know everything about them, but there's something being activated between the two of you, this real knowing and this real kind of soulmate energy that I understand what's going on for you. It's almost like the lines of intuition are opening up and you're understanding them on a different level. So it's quite fascinating what's happening here. There's like a deepening of the connection, but it's like more, I just want to say it's like more information is being passed between you two on the intuitive channels is how I want to say that. I mean, this person could have even passed over. So some of you have mediumship abilities, but there's like a really strong intuitive connection coming through. And it's like, what's happening with this person? We've got Sword 9, Venus, Gemini. Again, this is like something's on your mind, the back of your mind, because I get this little wolf here is like just going along with day, and then this person's on the back of their mind there. And the Venus Gemini is exactly this. You're thinking about somebody and it's just whirling around and around and around and around. Now, what you're thinking about is going to be different for all of you. Is this a good story, a bad story? Are you worried? Are you happy? Are you in love? What's going on with them? But it's going to be a different version of the story that's whirling around and around and around. And because there is a really strong connection here that is between the two of you, and if it's already been strong, it's strengthening. If it hasn't already been strong, well, then you're going to start noticing a shift in that relationship. So very strong relationship stuff coming up around, you know, the lessons and the path ahead in terms of February, where you're going. So let's see what else is coming through for Aquarius. So Aquarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Aquarius. Before I said that, they're just saying something beautiful is blossoming here between the two of you. There's a beautiful blossoming that occurs within this connection, which is really nice. So I just get an opening up. So, yeah, beautiful. So, Aquarius, I was just saying that this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. Each one will resonate in a different way. So just take what feels right and leave the rest. Don't take on something that just really doesn't resonate. But also this reading is for February. So some of these things haven't played out yet. So maybe just have an open mind and like, oh, see if that comes in. It may be something, or it may be that it's like, So really listen out for that. There is no extended readings this month. I am still on summer holidays with my family and just prioritizing family time, spending a bit of time with them, and really actually needing some time to regenerate. Basically, after a big move last year and basically hit the ground running, was really busy up until Christmas and just needed a break. And I'm just wanting to feel really energized with the readings. So there is no extended reading for this month. So here's that pesky little Nine of Swords again. What's going on inside your mind, you can't stop thinking about it. And you're intuitively and emotionally connected to this person. Hold on. I'm going to move these across. I can't just quite get it right, Aquarius, but that's going to have to do for the moment. And again, the Lover's card again. So you've got two Lover's cards coming through because this card is the Lover's card as well. So a big choice perhaps coming in around a person. Are you going to trust them? Can you choose to trust them? What's going on, or can you trust what's actually happening between the two of you? Can you trust the path that is unfolding here? Can you trust what's happening? Because I feel like you're going to go into deep analysis about it with the Hermit, go into your deep analytical mind, and that you're being crossed by the Queen of Swords here, which is the element of air, what's going on inside your mind. And this is more of an emotional and intuitive connection. So it's almost like rationally you can't quite... You can't quite land where you want to land with it. Like if you're just thinking about it, you have to really feel into it. Like, how do I really feel about this? Like connecting with your heart and connecting with like that deep intuitive knowing. How do I really feel about this? And trust that feeling rather than the thoughts and the stories that are going on around your head. So no wonder there's a little bit of, in your conscious mind, a bit of conflict with the Five of Swords, like I'm conflicted here because something doesn't quite make sense, or you're just not sure if you can trust the story here. So, but at the base we have the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about money. It's a money story, a financial story, or joint finances that can come through. But it can also be, can you trust this person to be stable, to give you what you need, to be reliable, to fulfill your physical needs? Can you really trust them to be there? Because this is the Taurus king, the King of Pentacles. So it's very stable and grounded energy. So can you trust this energy to feel like that in your life, this relationship to feel like that? Because I feel like, there's this deeper search for stability and something to feel more constant and reliable in your life, especially deep down, and like even on a practical level as well. And it's I think where your mind is going is to relationships. I think there's something deeper going on around it as well. So there might be themes around money and career stability and home stability that can come through as well. But I feel like your mind's looking towards, it's being mirrored back to you. This sense of searching for stability is being mirrored back to you through relationships. We have in the recent past the Tower card. I love this. This is like the lightning bolt of Uranus coming through. We have just had your beautiful new moon, and Uranus, your ruling planet, your modern day ruling planet, has just is in the process of turning direct as I'm as I'm doing this reading. So the Tower card is perhaps where there's been some kind of unexpected change that's occurred, or a shocking event could even have occurred with the Tower. There's this sense that whatever's gone on with this relationship, you've outgrown the old story. There could have even been barriers up between the two of you. You might have found yourself in a restricted space, a place that wasn't growing. And this is choosing to trust that you're going to go into a new cycle of growth that is stable, that this person is coming along this journey with you. So interesting. In the near future, we've got this Knight of Swords. It's this determination to take action based on what you're thinking, but it's like your thoughts aren't necessarily clear here because you've got the same thoughts whirling around and around and around. So I would say not to rush into anything here, to not make any hasty decision or hasty judgments or hasty plans. Just give it a bit of time to settle. That's what I would say with this. You're turning up as the Page of Cups, which is actually really lovely. So it's this real battle between head and heart I'm seeing here, because you're turning up as the Page of Cups, which is very open-hearted. Like, maybe I want to feel closer to you again. Maybe I want to feel more connection. Maybe I want to open up again. Maybe I want, maybe the Page of Cups can be an apology or a message of love, or I want to grow together. I want to go on this path of growth together. And this is where you're definitely feeling really intuitively and emotionally connected to this person, whether it is something that you're mentally seeing or physically seeing. That may not be the case, but that you can have somebody sitting right in front of you and they can be shut off. But intuitively you're like, but I know that you've shut yourself off. But I know that you're hiding your feelings in some way. So this is still you getting an intuitive message around them. So I feel like in some ways you're dancing around the walls that have been there, or the limitations which have blocked you from connecting. And it feels like in some way this is a peace offering, the Page of Cups, to say, let's bring those walls down and find a way to connect. So yeah, it's actually a very beautiful energy. The energy surrounding you is this Seven of Swords. And again, this is where you could get caught up in your own head, and that's not doing you any favors at this moment. It's not a head energy. It's a heart and intuitive energy to be connecting with this. And as much as you want to be making plans or moving forward, there's something here that you have to be really, I guess it's about being really upfront and honest. Like if you found yourself in a really restrictive space with this person where a relationship feels like it's constricting or it's not growing, or you can't feel that connection and the connection isn't helping you grow, or whatever it is, it feels like there might be a part of you that just wants to detach and escape, or for whatever reason, it's better to have an open and honest conversation with this other person, or to be open and honest with yourself, that, yeah, I'm feeling like really like controlled or restricted or whatever it is. I'm ready to go on this soul growth journey with you. So however that's playing out, it could be a variety of different ways that plays out. And so your hopes and fears is the Sun card. This is like wanting to break through the wall, quite literally here, the walls that have come up, or the blocks or the limitations between you and connecting and communicating with this other person. And you want that to, this is happiness, clarity, the clarity of understanding, the clarity of communication, the clarity of feeling like I'm happy again with this. So we have as an outcome this beautiful Queen of Cups. This is where you are learning to trust your intuition, even though you've got these thoughts whirling around your head with the Nine of Swords. Even though your head could be in a dark place, or there could be fear, anxiety, worry about how to approach this person or how to make this change in the relationship. And the Judgment card is a message from Divine coming in loud and clear, saying, it's time. You're reviewing this relationship and it's time. Trust divine timing. Trust that divine message. Trust that there's parts of this relationship that have gone through the death phase, that something has passed over, that there is something that there's just a natural cycle that has ended. And if you're holding on to those things that are ready to move on from this relationship or have passed over in some way, it's releasing that attachment so that you can make way for the rebirth, so that you can make way for the new. So instead of holding on to the old way that it was, it's saying, I'm releasing that and intuitively trusting that this is heading in a new direction for both of us, trusting the new path. So, yeah, and that can bring an irrevocable shift and change here with the Judgment card, and that's the choice that lies here. We've got the angels again speaking to you here, up there, the sun. We're looking for the sun. Here's the sun up here in the angelic realm, listening to the divine. Down here on earth, in your mind, it's clouded. So it's saying the answers lie up there, connecting into those higher realms, into your divine energy, or connecting to the divine. So that can just be through just listening to that quiet space within you, receiving downloads, or doing meditations that open you up to the divine, listening to that quiet space in between your thoughts, and you exhale and there's just that quietness. There's that sense of there's something bigger that exists, unlimited, that exists within you, connecting into that place, and you'll get these messages and learn to trust them. So big choice and decision to trust, I would say. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Aquarius. How to move through this energy. What is the affirmation that Aquarius needs to know or hear? We have, I see my parents as tiny children who need love. Interesting that, any kind of relationship thing always comes back to your parents. Like, you get taught how to be in relationship through your parents. So maybe this is to do with a relationship with a parent. Maybe it's about forgiving or understanding that from a different perspectives, why your parents were the way you were, why they were not, maybe they weren't exactly what you wanted, or maybe they were, but there's things here that more understanding that can come through that can help you move through this. It says, I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. They were, but something you learned from your parents and were taught from your parents about relationships is part of what is ready to pass over now, ready to leave. And the karma around that is over, and you don't need that lesson in your life. It doesn't mean you don't need that person in your life, but you don't need that belief system or that thing that you've learnt here. So I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. And that is the sense here. There is this search for freedom. And logically, it's not going to make sense, but trust your intuition and it will. So let's pull, and it could just be free. I want to be free of constantly attracting the wrong person, or free of like always fighting about money, or free of attracting someone who hurts me, or free of like wanting to, have a bit more financial freedom, or a bit more like free to do my own thing. Whatever it is, it could be so many different ways that you can be free within a relationship and in any kind of relationship. And that's something that's coming through here. And let's have a look. Ooh. This is exciting. You know what? The whole time that I have been doing this channel, I have never, ever seen this charm. I've never seen it. It's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin. So, yes, very new. Something very new that was hidden, that is ready to come out now, ready to be revealed, ready to be seen. You know, pumpkins, we can think about Halloween, the veils. But some of you, I'm getting this veils between Halloween's the time when the veils between the worlds are thinnest. And I'm kind of getting this on all levels. You know, it's not only for people that have passed over to the other sides, but the veils between us, even us down here on Earth, is thinnest. And this pumpkin represents bounty. It represents something that's coming to fruition, that's something that's ripe here, and you're reaping the harvest because it's time. So it represents abundance, something that can fulfill you, sustain you, something that can feed you. And it's something that has been hidden. I am actually quite literally shocked that this charm exists. I've never seen it before. So it's almost like something shocking gets revealed to you, or something really surprising. It's like, whoa, I didn't see that before. You might have done a lot of work on this, even I've done a lot of work thinking about relationships and parents and all that sort of stuff. I've already done this, and then something out of the blue comes out. But this is something really positive with the pumpkin. It's something that it's like it's time. So, wow. That is amazing, Aquarius. Reaping the harvest, a bounty, some kind of abundance coming your way, and you're going to see it in terms of the form of the stability that you might be searching for, or what you need on the material realm, and learning to trust something within a relationship. So, yeah, because I'm not doing extendeds this month, I am going to pull my beautiful Pluto cards. As we know, Pluto's in Aquarius, your sign at the moment, and going to be there for 20 years. So we better get used to this energy. But this is about what's transforming this month in February. So what is the soul growth energy around transformation for Aquarius in February? Yeah, no surprises there. The Tower. Wow. Okay, the walls of the tower coming down, those lightning bolts are like Uranus here, the crumbling of the walls, the barriers coming down. This is the swirling of the seas of Poseidon. And we can see that there's a storm and there's like waves. And so there's a lot of drama around this, or there's emotional storms around this. But it's the story of this is that is the thing that's hidden. Interestingly, something is coming out that's been hidden. The thing that's hidden in this tower is the Minotaur. So it's the head of the bull, the body of the human, and it was considered something really shameful, and so they hid it. You know, I think there was one of the gods went, right, I'm hiding it in this tower, and Poseidon comes along and breaks it free from the tower. So it's something shameful, something hidden, something that you were taught to be ashamed of, or shame. You know, we've all got shame on some level that exists within us. And through the releasing of, we can put up the walls and say, I don't want somebody to see that part of me, or I don't want to feel vulnerable in any way, or whatever it is with this thing that you want to keep hidden. So for some of you, it's about sexuality as well, or it could even be trauma that's occurred with this. But it's something that is ready. It's saying, where has that been restricting you, that event, or limiting you, or that story? Where has that been stopping you from expanding and growing? And saying that there's something around that you have outgrown that story. It's no longer serving you anymore, and those walls are ready to crumble down. And that's what's transforming for you, Aquarius. Wow, it's really powerful, powerful stuff. So that's your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. Please check out my Goddess Codes course. It is starting in February, and it is actually really fabulous for this energy, like double tower and double Lovers card. So expect some dramatic changes coming through when it comes to love and relationships for you here, Aquarius. But I like how, there's a bit of instability, but I like how at the base we've got the stable earth grounding something down. So you've got the anchor which can help you move through this change, which is really great. And that's pretty much what Goddess Codes does. It helps you transform something in your life, maybe a pattern within relationships, something that's kept you limited. Maybe you haven't ever been able to step into your gifts and abilities, or found your voice, or feel soul-aligned abundance in your world, made a career shift, or attract a soulmate energy, learn to trust your intuition, make some big choices and decisions and trust that. These are all things that can transform by going through this course. And yeah, I feel like this is really aligned to this energy with the Tower coming in. So check out that course. They are some of the transformations that the recent graduates are going through and we're seeing. And so love it if you check that out. The link is in the description box below. Places are limited. You have to book in soon if you want to get your spot. And yeah, check that out. Look at that tower. But yeah, embrace this energy of the tower and it will serve you. It will serve you well. So that's a reading. Thanks so much, Aquarius, and take care. Introducing a new and exciting offering. Welcome to Goddess Codes. Over a 3-month period, we activate your energy to the new earth frequencies so your soul energy comes back into alignment. Dormant gifts and abilities come online. We clear out anything old that you no longer need and you step into a sense of purpose. If you're looking to move on from old belief systems, if you're ready to step into your authentic power, I invite you to explore Goddess Codes and come on this journey with me.